Hey y'all, welcome back. Episode 13 of season 2 of the Manly Musings podcast. Tonight we're recording on a Monday because, well, my fantastic co-host is leaving. Kevin, where are you going?
Greetings, y'all. Kevin out here with your Manly Musings podcast. Wow, voice is somewhat coming back, which is nice.
Sound like you smoke
But
like half a pack a day now.
oh well,
Excuse me.
hopefully it goes from 0 packs. But yes, everyone, I'm literally probably in about 12 hours going to be hopping on a flight to the great state of California. Just spending some time with the family. Mom's birthday is coming up this coming weekend, so all of us are going to be together. So it'll be exciting. It'll be a good time. Honestly, perfect time to get away. I just need a break from just working. So
Mm-hmm.
this will be extremely, extremely, extremely needed.
Yeah, you've been working a lot lately.
Yeah, like a fiend, and everybody's like, "Yo, you need to like freaking chill out." And I'm like, "No, you're right. I have to chill out."
Well, you got to get the money when you can, and then of course, yes, you want to relax and enjoy as you can.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the
It's the catch
double-edged sword.
22.
Yeah,
Yep,
whatever you want to call it, it is that. So,
for sure.
well, hey, you'll enjoy it. How long are you gone for?
I leave tomorrow, and I return to the East Coast next Thursday morning.
Wow. So I need to find a guest for next week. Then is what you're telling me.
No, I think we could still make it work. 3 hour difference. We can make something happen. You just gotta
Okay.
let me know what days you want to do it,
Well,
and then
it's up to
happen.
you and your schedule when you're out in Cali. So
Yeah.
we'll make it work. So cool.
Yeah, so I'll be another on location. That's gonna be great.
Oh gosh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, all right, cool. Well, let's jump into the weekly sports update. Since we recorded on Wednesday or
Wednesday.
Thursday last week, not much has changed in much of the atmosphere out there for sports. So really, this week we're just going to talk whatever the weekly sports update is and other things. So nothing too crazy, but biggest thing, we have the NFL playoff push, which really has come down to the wire for a lot of teams. The Patriots win and they're in. If the
They
Bengals,
did.
yeah, well, and they need to win next week against Buffalo in Buffalo to make the playoffs. Or if Jacksonville loses the last game, or it's something weird, but it is definitely going to be an interesting push for a lot of teams.
And
Excuse me.
My Steelers have a chance to
What
make
a
it as well.
what a
Out of
throw by Pickett last night! Wow.
that throw, absolutely impressive. And of course, anytime we play the Ravens, it's just, a
Chippy.
slugfest.
Oh, it was a chip. I only saw highlights because I went to bed at 7, 8
I
last
mean,
night. I got 4 hours of sleep after New Year's.
well, I don't blame you.
So I was like, you know what? I went to the gym, did my
Did
normal
you?
routine. Oh, yeah, but I paid for it later. I went to bed and woke up at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, I don't feel good. So I got sick. Got to figure out what the heck's going on with the body. Um, 3 times or 4 times in 5 weeks. Not a good sign. So figure it out. It's like I'll figure out sometime. But Giants are in the playoffs. That's huge.
Yes, the Giants are in the playoffs.
Um,
Um, Shout out to who they call Vanilla Vic for his touchdowns out here. Danny Jones putting in
and
that work. And
and
honestly, I was not sure if he was going to show up for that game.
I love that he showed up, and then also the simple fact that um, the Giants are now in talks with his and Saquon's representatives to bring them back because neither guy has a long-term deal set up with the Giants at this time. So that'll be cool to see if they can make that work. Where else would those two go? I don't really know. Saquon could probably go anywhere. Daniel Jones, not so much, but it'll definitely be good for them. Packers could make a playoff push because they beat the Minnesota Vikings last night. Cowboys could honestly become the number 1 team in the NFC with the way the Eagles
Yeah,
have played lately. Uh Tonight's game is going to be big. The Bills versus the Bengals,
Bengals.
which should be on shortly. I might change it because this West Virginia game is horrid to watch right now. God, we foul so much. 36-24. What the? Why? Why
It's
do we do this?
early. It's early. Give it some time.
There's 18 minutes left in the second half. So, but yeah, so that's kind of what's going on football wise. It is going to be an interesting week 18. There's, I think, 4 games, 2 games on Saturday, rest are Sunday, and then I think 2 on Monday, something like that. It's kind of a weird breakdown because there's no college football this weekend. So,
Oh yeah, so the NFL got the whole weekend. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. It'll be the last game. It's gonna be should be a lot of good games on because people are playing for playoff spots. So
everyone's playing for something at this point. Either you're playing for the number 1 draft pick or you're playing for the number 1 seeds. It's kind of where you fall. I'm just hoping the Patriots win. That's all I want. That's all I need.
I'm pretty sure, isn't it? If they win next week, they're in.
As long as they win, they're good. If they lose, they need basically everyone else that is in the same kind of realm as them to lose.
Yeah, but I think the Patriots, because if they all won, I think the Patriots kind of hold the tiebreaker over them, if I remember that correctly.
Yes, they hold tiebreaker over a lot of the teams. So that's good. But we shall see. No, not
Yeah,
holding my breath with this one.
I'm gonna go ahead and book this one. Tomlin's finishing above 500. He's gonna win next week.
Who do they play next week?
That's a great question. Even though I booked that, I definitely still think he's gonna win. Hold on, let me get my schedule out.
They play the Bengals. Never mind.
I don't know. Hey, you never know because if the Bengals are already in the playoffs, maybe they rest people and they decide to no, we play the Browns.
Oh, okay. So you're fine. You will probably win.
Yeah. I definitely did not think the Steelers would end up at 500 this year. I thought that this would have been the first year.
When I saw
But
that
shout out to
they were
Tomlin.
8-8, I was like, where'd they come from? Grant, I really haven't paid much attention to the NFL this year. It's been one of those years where it's kind of second mind. But other news today was the Frozen Fenway. So if you don't know what Frozen Fenway is, or Frozen, or what is it, the outdoor hockey game? I can't remember how they phrase it. Winter Classic. Sorry, there it is.
Yes.
It's where 2 NHL teams get to play outdoors, like hockey was meant to be played, and how they played it many years ago. So this week was the Bruins and the Penguins playing in Fenway Park. So all of Boston had some cool stuff going on. They had the largest air hockey table in the world in Boston. Looked like a great time from all the posts that I've seen. I had a few friends at the game. Bruins end up scoring 2 goals in the third period to beat the Penguins 2-1. So thank God. I don't want us to ever lose to the Penguins. It'd just be horrible. Like that's the worst feeling in the world as a Bruins fan, losing to the Penguins.
Oh yeah.
But I do love the Frozen, like the Winter Classic, because of the old school jerseys they bring out every year.
I just like that they're playing hockey outside. I think that's really cool. The fact that they've been getting creative on how they're doing it is awesome also.
Have you ever been to one?
No, that's definitely should have been on my list. I do remember there was one of them that was at Yankee Stadium, like one of the first ones. And I just remember everybody telling me how cold it was outside. And like some of them had to leave the game early because it was just too damn cold.
Yeah, it gets freezing because I went to one in college. It was UNH played University of Maine, and BC played BU. So it was a lot of fun. It was, I think, like the weekend before Frozen Fenway or whatever they were doing. But definitely a cool atmosphere to watch a hockey game outdoors, plus watching one of your favorite teams play. So that was kind of neat. So anyone that went, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully, weather was nice. It wasn't super cold. So it's all that matters at the end of the day.
That's true.
Well, there's no real updates for our West Virginia football team besides trust the climb. And no, it's weird though, is Tulane. We brought this up before we started recording. They beat USC today in the bowl game on a last second touchdown pass. Do you know what Tulane's record was last year, Kevin?
Wasn't it like 0 and like 12?
So they were 2-10. Do you know what their
that's
record
horrible.
is this year?
I think they only lost like two games.
They're 10-2.
Yo,
They went from god awful to great. Now, do I think West Virginia can do that? No. But I think we can be at, 8-4. If we can get 8-4 next year, I'm good. Still fire Neil Brown at the end of the year, but because rumblings in Ohio State are that people are not happy with Ryan Day, which sucks because I think he's a fantastic coach.
Can we speak on that real quick?
Yes.
That game, those two games were phenomenal, both of them. But wow, I think I remember the Ohio State and Georgia game was pretty much like ending at around midnight. So I wasn't watching it because the ball was dropping.
I didn't watch the Ohio State Georgia game until the next morning because my friends wanted to watch CNN's
that's what we were watching. Yeah, that's what we were watching.
Can I just say,
I thought it was weird to watch New Year's Eve on CNN. I just felt like it didn't match.
Can I just say that I hate that shit now as a 33-year-old. I don't find it entertaining. Anyone listening that loves New Year's Eve and loves watching all the stuff on TV, good for you. It's not my cup of tea anymore. I'd rather watch college football. Like, college football has now become synonymous with New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, just like NBA basketball is synonymous with Christmas. Mm-hmm. So we watched the TCU Michigan game. That game was
incredible.
Oh my god, so many points were scored. 44 points in the third quarter.
So many turnovers, like the up and down roller coaster. Like, thank God I'm not a fan of any of those teams because I feel like my heart would just be racing with the up and down. Like, TCU really could have put them away, but they just
they had so many opportunities.
They literally just kept letting Michigan back in the game every single time. It's like, oh, pick six, cool, they're safe. Then Michigan drives down, couple passes and a touchdown. But honestly, that is what I want for if the college football playoff is real and they want the best teams, like that's the type of games that we should be having. I think honestly, that's probably the best like semifinal games probably I've seen ever.
It's definitely been some of the better. Like, I would rather watch that than some of the games like Alabama playing. Did Alabama play Cincinnati last year and just blew them out?
Yeah, that was stupid.
Which sucked because Cincinnati, should have had the opportunity to really showcase, and they did. But though that Ohio State Georgia game, it did end right at midnight. When he kicked that ball, it was a countdown from midnight, and when he kicked the ball and missed the game winner, was just after the ball dropping.
Yeah, like that was
nuts.
Like to lose that way also, I think is that I feel bad for that kicker, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, you got one job.
And he didn't just miss it. Like, he didn't just miss it a little bit. He shanked that motherfucker.
Yeah, he Like every part of the routine that he would normally do must have went completely out the window. The way he missed it, I think was just so inexcusable. Like, 'cause I was like, how do you just what happened? Was there a fumble at the snap?
I
Did you get
know.
nervous? Did you miss a step or did you hear something different? Like the way he shanked that wide left, I was like, oh my God,
That
that
was
is horrifying.
yeah, and it's just I always feel weird. I feel weird because so if you look at the Michigan TCU game, that was played what out in where was that game played? Was it in Texas?
That was no in the where the Cardinals play
So
in the
they were in
Phoenix.
Glendale,
Glendale, I'm
Arizona.
sorry.
So neither has fan base really there, right? Their fans have to travel in.
Oh yeah.
Where did Georgia and Ohio State play?
They played the Peach Bowl, which I think is, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that in like Georgia?
It's Mercedes-Benz Stadium where the Falcons play. So
Well, that's weak.
see, and they've done that. I think that's like 2 or 3 years in a row where Georgia's played in that game. I'm sorry, that's not a neutral site. That is 100% a Georgia home game.
It's an SEC, it's an SEC home game, pretty much.
Like, move it to even if they moved it to Miami and we're like, all right, the Orange Bowl is going to be this year. Great, that would be fantastic. Move it to Texas. Move it somewhere where neither team has a big fan base or has fans, but not like every single person that loves that team is in that state.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that part of it. Yeah, you can't do that. It just you've kind of handicapped the situation already.
Oh yeah, it ruins the situation. Part kind of ruins the game. Granted, that game was phenomenal, back and forth. Uh, Ohio State had it. Let's be honest. They just couldn't put keep the foot down on the pedal, let up of and hit the brake a little bit here and there. Um, but let's talk about quickly because we just veered all over the place. Our basketball team, as you can see, I switched the game to the football game that'll be on shortly. Our basketball team, they lost to Kansas State in overtime the other night on New Year's Eve. So they're 0-1 in Big 12 play. I didn't really watch any of it, but they said turnovers, missed free throws, and just bad shot selection killed us. So I don't know. Did you watch any of that game, Kevin?
So I was watching the beginning of the portion of it in my car while I was waiting for my White Castle to be finished because I brought that for my friend's our New Year's Eve party. But
Nice.
like they were up at one point, Merritt, like 18-5. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is a good start. I was impressed with the way they were getting Jimmy Bell the ball and he was finishing like a
Yeah.
big true big man. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened the rest of the game. I remember getting a notification of us losing. And I'm like, what happened? Apparently it went into overtime. And I think it's a testament of like our team playing down to the competition. And like we have a very, very big habit of doing that. Like
Mm-hmm.
games that we should be blowing out, they're making it more competitive for that other team to try and get the best out of them. And like, I'm sorry if you're trying to be one of the best teams around, you need to be learning how to stand on somebody's throat and finish
Mm-hmm.
people. That sounds really harsh, but
But it's true.
get what I'm
It's true.
saying.
You got
It's
to,
just
you have to be able to just keep the pedal to the metal.
yeah. So maybe it's just thinking of it as maybe it's just hardships right now. They're both young teams. I mean, this team is an older slash young team because of the fact this is the first year they're all playing together. Maybe it's just some growing pains. I am still optimistic,
Oh, so am
but
I.
we just need this is a hump that we got to get over, especially since Kansas is coming to Morgantown in a couple of days.
Yeah, that's what, 5 days from now. That's Saturday.
Yeah.
That'll be a great game.
Yes. I'll be watching it West Coast time, so which is like 4:30.
I'll probably have it on my phone because I'll be at the Stony Brook
Oh,
game. So
you're gonna have that for the we're out
yes,
here
yes,
portion.
I will be doing that. God, I just can't believe I'm doing that again by
I'm
myself.
so proud of you.
I can't believe I even said anything. I should have just kept my mouth shut and just gone to the game.
No.
No,
It's
no,
better you
no,
said
no.
something because then you already know what would have happened. I would have been like, and you didn't want to use that for the podcast. You
You
should
don't
go
want
to
to.
the game.
You don't want to do something for the plot. You don't want to do something for the Manly Musing universe.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, you. Thank you, thank you.
Don't
Um,
worry. I'm gonna try and plan something as well while I'm
are you going to
away.
a Clippers game? I know you mentioned that before.
We might. We're still trying to figure it out in the works. There's a connection there with one of my cousins, so we're just trying to see if it could happen. If not, maybe I might try to see if I can SeatGeek or like StubHub something fast. Because last time when I went to LA, maybe with like 2, 3 like about 4 hours before tip off, I checked tickets and tickets were, let's say this. I bought Laker tickets for the nosebleeds. I bought 2 tickets for the Clippers that were the same price for one of those. Just to put it in perspective.
Wow.
Yeah. Talk about I got VIP section tickets, 2 of them for a Clipper game. That was the same price as one of the Laker tickets I bought.
That's nuts.
Crazy, right?
That's so nuts. But that's also like when we were looking at basketball games to go to here. We could have bought one Nick ticket for the Celtics game for the price of the 2 tickets we bought for the Nets game.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That is legit crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
So who you got on tonight? I don't even know.
This jersey. So number one, if it looks awkward, it's because it is.
Oh boy.
This is a DH Gate find. If you remember the DH Gate talks that we had with little Mr. Alico. And shout out to my cousin Noel. He's a big DH Gate guy. So he gets all his custom college jerseys. And I just remember one day I was like, you know what, I want to try it. So I spent about $35 for 2 jerseys.
Okay.
One of them I wore on the podcast already. It was a Kobe Bryant All-Star jersey from when it was the year that he was in the All-Star game with Michael in the Garden that had the All-Star patch. And this one is a number 73, Mr. Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like how it has this logo here, but I'm just gonna pretend it's not there because this was originally supposed to be a Mitchell and Ness jersey, and they sent me this jersey. But I will deal. But I
Who
think it's
cares?
cool. It fits over my body. I can just because I'm a jersey aficionado. I know this is like a dupe, so semi bothers me. But it was $15. Why not?
Yeah, who cares?
It just took like 3 months to get to me,
Oh,
which is annoying.
yeah, they take forever. Like,
But yeah,
let me see. Can
well,
I get a Judon jersey? Oh my
do
God.
it.
Jerseys are so cheap.
I know. And Merritt, what is the hat you are wearing, sir?
It is another hat my parents got me for Christmas. So we are going back to Aruba in February. So
Love
there's
it.
a little bit of like Aruba things in my bag, my gifts, and as well as my wife's. She got like aloe and stuff. I got a hat that said when it was founded in 1499
Nice.
by the Dutch. So yeah, I got that. And then this is probably one of my favorite shirts. Ashley bought it for me.
Oh my gosh.
The Bill Belichick face. So it's like all the different emotions, and it's the same exact face. I was
The
like,
same exact face. I
I
love
love
it.
this shirt. It's fantastic. So
It's fire.
had to throw that on. Oh, I have to talk to you about this because I saw it this weekend. Remember when we were in Nike and we saw the jersey, the baseball Knicks jersey?
Yeah.
I bought the Celtics baseball jersey.
Look at you crushing it.
I'm
I
so
love it.
excited. I will be I bought a new Celtics sweatshirt for our trip. I'm like, I need a new one. I don't have a
Nice,
Celtics sweatshirt,
nice.
so got that. Um, but yeah, that's where we're at. So you're done fantasy. You don't have any worries there.
Yeah. What about how are you doing? Finals, man.
No one showed on my team. My defense showed up, and then Daniel Jones did, but Daniel Jones was sitting on my bench. So
Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
yeah.
Nobody thought that Vanilla Vic would be out and about at MetLife this weekend. Craziness.
No, I honestly thought Kirk Cousins was going to do better against the Packers. I was dumb. I don't know why I thought that. Any game after 1 p.m. he's trash. Um,
Oh my gosh.
so
Ridiculous.
so there's that. But yeah, I get my money back. I'll get my $20. So
That's what second place gets?
yeah, we get your money back.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, there's no third place. There's no if you get third, good for you. It's like a pat on the back. Um, Last year my wife won, so this year I come in second. I'll take it. So does suck though. Definitely wanted to continue pushing forward and get some more money in my pocket, but that's
I
just me
know.
being greedy.
Me too. Like after like the year I had like finished first, second, and third, I was like to come up with like really nothing this year. Super sad.
Um oh, did you see though that tonight at the West Virginia game? Because the Celtics are in town in Oklahoma because they play the Thunder tomorrow. Marcus Smart's there as well as Missoula.
Oh,
They're
at Oklahoma State.
yeah, they're both at the game.
Oh my god, I love it.
So I was like, that's pretty dope. I saw that before I changed the channel and before we jumped on the pod. But yeah,
Um,
they're both
I,
there.
I mean, that's really good exposure for Dub V as like a school and as a team
Mm-hmm.
to know that one of their own is coaching not just any NBA team, probably one of the most storied franchises in the history of the league, and
Hold
he's doing
on.
a hell of a job.
One, I'd have to say the most the
Well, sorry, my jersey is another
ah,
storied franchise.
yeah, that's true.
Sorry, sorry. I know
Mhm.
you're a Celtics fan. I'm a Lakers fan.
That's true.
No, you're a Larry Bird. I'm
That's
Magic.
the only
Crazy.
downside to you, Kevin, is that you're a Lakers fan.
It's the struggle. It hurts sometimes.
Oh,
It
especially this
hurts.
year.
Yeah,
Here we go.
madness.
The Bengals and the Bills are playing. Um, so it's the new year. It's 2023. We made it. We survived.
We did.
What did you do for New Year's? I saw you posting stuff up, and I meant to Snapchat you back, but I stopped drinking earlier in the
Yeah,
night. So
New Year's Eve. I'm not. It's very like I didn't have. I was off from the first time from work for after like 5 days, 5 6 days. So really, the goal New Year's Eve was one, get as much laundry done as possible because you're going on a trip, and two, really just to relax. So my hometown homies group of friends that I normally do things with, we all had like separate things to do. And because we normally usually get together during this time. But just life happens. So I went back to my old gym friends. They were having a little New Year's Eve gathering. They invited me
nice.
over. And it was really simple. All it was some drinks, some food, a little bit of some games, played a lot of heads up, and yeah, just did that until the the ball dropped. It's just to hang out and have each other's company. I haven't seen them in a long time because life is just passing right by. But it was great to catch up with everybody, see everybody, and we'll see what happens next year. This is usually the group of friends I do one of my fantasy football leagues with. Uh, I know I've been saying I'm probably going to retire from that league because it's been a long league in that one. But yeah, That was my New Year's Eve. Very calm, very easy, relaxing. I had work the next day, so like I really wasn't trying to go crazy. And yeah, that's what it is. What about you? I know you got a calm one also.
Yeah, mine was extremely relaxing. The day itself, I did do New Year's Day. New Year's Eve day. I think my wife and I were running around doing stuff. We're watching one of her coworkers pug puppies. So we had her. Oh,
Oh, fun.
yeah. So she's been around. Oh, no. New Year's Eve day, I spent 4.5 hours in a car dealer. Yeah.
Oh, geez, for what?
My wife. Yeah, let's just blame my wife. Um, she got a brand new car. She needed a new car. Her car was um kaput, basically. Let's put it that way. And we spent some time in the car dealership and walked out with a brand new car.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was a great thing to see a lot of money leave my bank account.
All
Fantastic
at
feeling.
once.
Oh,
Oh,
but
I can only imagine.
at the same time, needed to be done. It's an investment.
Yeah,
So
better to get that done with now than like scrambling for it later.
and we're going up to New Hampshire in 9 days, and
Oh, so you're
then
gonna need that car.
we need the car, and then also, you know, we're going back up to New Hampshire the following weekend. So we're gonna be traveling a decent amount, and it's like we can't just be doing it in my little car.
True.
So there's that. But no, after that, we went to our friend's house until midnight, and I'm surprised. I won't lie. I thought I was going to fall asleep at 10. I was exhausted. Long day, haggling with the car dealer. But I did get the best compliment ever from a car dealer. We walk into the finance room, and she's like, "So I heard you," and she doesn't look at my wife. She looks at me, and she goes, "You really made him work for this one." I was like, "Oh yeah, I know the game. Let's have some fun with it." I was like, that's the best compliment you can ever get if you go get a new car. Like, you haggle as much as you can. So that was fantastic. But we played Cahoots. I don't remember. Jackbox.
Ooh, Jackbox is a
Yeah,
good time.
we played a lot of that. A lot of laughs. Um, ate a good.
Jackbox is something that you need to understand the person's humors around you, which can be super difficult if you're like brand new to a room.
Oh yeah, it was six of us. Um, we watched some of the, like I said, we watched some of the football games, and then put Jackbox on until like 11:30, and then we watched the CNN. Anderson Cooper and whoever else was on, Andy Cohen, I think is who was on. But like at one point, it was the two black ladies got on, and they just started yelling and screaming, and I was like, why am I watching this? What is going on? Like, no offense to anybody, but like that was just not entertaining. Um, but yeah, it was good. It was nice and relaxing. We got home by like 1, and I slept for 4 hours and decided my smart ass would go to the gym
Oh my god,
at 6 a.m. I
you're
got
nuts.
I got 4 hours of sleep, and then I went to bed at 7 last night. It was great. It was
Look
great.
at you
Yeah. Yeah.
crushing it.
It's been a
Absolutely
long
crushing
weekend.
it.
It's been busy, but a good long weekend.
Yeah.
Not looking forward to going back to work though. So
Oh, I bet. Like, and I'm to the point like this time off that I'm going on is been so needed. And like even my boss is like, yo, Kev, I need you to just go. Don't even think about this damn place and go and enjoy your vacation because God knows you need it. And I'm
hey,
like, thank you. I will be back better than ever. And it is what it is. Hopefully I can get a haircut at some point in between then too. So
oh, I know. I need to go get mine cut. I'm gonna go do that this week before I go back up to New Hampshire next week because my parents will give me crap if my hair looks, crazy like it does. But yeah. All right, let's talk about college football.
yes.
Bowl games are fantastic. Majority of them either been blowouts or close. Purdue got their butts spanked by
Mhm.
LSU. But it's hard right now with the college football playoff who I wanted to root for. I was watching Saturday morning. I watched ESPN, the college game day, and they did the Michigan story about the kid Michi. Did you hear about him?
Explain. I feel like I do.
So he was a high school student, one of the top linebackers in his class. Got, um, you know, scouted by Kentucky, Michigan State, but he was waiting for Michigan. That's where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
He starts getting scouted by Michigan. He then gets like a lump on his leg. He had bone cancer. Okay.
Mm.
Young kid. All right, goes through it. They think they got it all out. All of a sudden, no. There's a tumor on the side of his knee, like the size of a grapefruit. So they amputated his, I think, from above the knee down,
Oh.
hoping that would stop it, but the cancer spread. So he got to go to the Maryland Michigan game back in the beginning of the part of the year, and they gave him the game ball, everything, and they on the back of the Michigan helmets they had his number and the hands, the God praying hands on it as well, because he passed away at the beginning of December, at
Oh.
18 years old, I believe is how old he was, 18, 19 years old. But yeah, they were, that's who they were playing for. And I was kind of watching, like, I don't cry, I don't get choked up about a lot of things. That chokes me up every time I see anything sports related where it's like that. I choke up. I was like, oh my God, do I pull for Michigan? No, I hate Michigan just because this story is amazing. Or do I pull for TCU because they're a Big 12 team? Okay. Ohio State, I don't really care about. I want them to lose every time that they're out on the football field. I just like Ryan Day because he's from Manchester, New Hampshire. So go you, Mr. Day. If you want, West Virginia is probably going to be looking for a new head coach next year after this upcoming football season. If things don't work out there in Ohio, I'm just going to say, come on down. And then, of course, I love Georgia. So it's fun to watch. But the championship game, it's going to be amazing, I feel like.
Yeah. I think this could be one for the ages with TCU and Georgia. I think it's gonna come right down to and like the Georgia Ohio State game did. And honestly, I would love if TCU could pull it off, man.
Oh, same here. If
That's such a
TCU
story. Oh man,
go
that's
from,
that's a Disney Plus movie in the making.
dude, Stetson Bennett's whole career is a Disney Plus movie too. Like, kid went to Georgia, left, went to a D2 school or whatever, played well there.
That's right, and he came back.
Walked on at Georgia, and then for a year was behind Daniels, and then Daniels gets hurt. He steps in and just goes for the ride, and his team wins a national championship. He's 25 years old. Kid is doing well for himself. But I really like TCU.
I just think the story for that one is just too good. Like, coach comes in after firing long-time storied coaching Gary Patterson, his first year, and I think this is Sonny Dykes' first head coach stop or one of.
Yes, I believe it's his first actual head coaching position.
Like, how could I not root for that?
And he was the coach of the year.
Yeah. Like, to take this TCU team who was just middle of the pack and literally just obliterate everyone. And to say that they become national champions, I mean, he would have a statue out in front of the football stadium like how Nick Saban does. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think I will definitely sit down and watch that game. It just sucks that it's always on so late because it's in SoFi. They're playing it in SoFi.
Is that this upcoming Monday?
Next Monday. Yeah, it's a week from today.
Oh my god, what if I can get tickets for that?
You're not getting tickets for that unless you want to spend $1,000.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Let's research this.
I used to know people that worked at SoFi, so if I had known, I could ask, but they don't work there anymore. So, sorry about that.
Let's see. National just for giggles. National championship game. College football. Let's see. Didn't find anything nearby. Doesn't okay, maybe it doesn't want me to go. Well, that's sad. It only gives me local stuff. What the hell? That's stupid. Hold on. Let's see what we got. Oh, no. Nope. Definitely don't want to see Rutgers football.
$530
Oh, you saw it? You
on
found it?
SeatGeek.
Wow.
Ticketmaster. Find tickets for the national championship game. $550.
So that's $550 today. It could
Yeah.
drop.
There's like no. There's like it's weird. It's like not even like half the stadium per side. But VIP. I wonder if this VIP is going to be Georgia, because there's some VIP seats that are almost 7,000, and then there's other ones across the way that are only 4,000.
Oh my gosh.
I say only 4, and that's a lot of money.
If it were to be in the twos, I think I would try to go.
If it's $200,
If it was in like the 200 range.
oh, 100%. If it's like that much money, yeah, I try to go.
Yeah.
That's a
I'll-
once in a lifetime kind of experience.
That's what I'm saying. So I'll keep my eyes peeled. And if I do something crazy, I'll let you know.
Oh my God, if you go to this game, you need to film every
I'm gonna
portion.
fill every bit of it.
Bring like 10 extra battery packs for your phone. I do not care.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to buy like a whole Google plan just for the game.
Just for the game. Probably. All right. So should we talk about the fun thing that we just thought about this week that we should talk about?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Go ahead. Discuss.
All right. So earlier in the week, Kevin and I discussed, or actually I sent out to our group on Instagram a post about the best dunkers ever. Now, this was posted by Shaq. So there's that in there. I would have to say he broke it up into 6 different tiers. Tier 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. He did not make this list. It was made by SOG Basketball.
Thank you.
And
Shared by
Shaq was sharing it, saying, "Hell no, who the hell made this list?"
Yeah. So let's put it this way. Let's go through the tiers. Tier 1, there's only one person up there, Vince Carter. Tier 2, Dominique Wilkins, Dr. J, and Michael Jordan. Okay. Tier 3, this is where it starts getting a little questionable. LeBron James, Blake Griffin, Kobe Bryant, and I don't even know who the other guy is.
That is Daryl Dawkins, Chocolate Thunder.
Ah, okay. Well, he was pretty damn good, Duncan. Tier 4, Aaron Gordon. Oh my God. Jason Richardson, Sean Kemp.
Yep.
Who are the other 2?
Oh my goodness.
I know, I'm horrible.
So the first one next to Sean
Clyde.
Is Clyde the Glide Drexler.
Yep. I looked at him, got a little closer, and I saw
and
that.
And if I can look at this one, I think that is Michael Thompson.
Ooh, okay.
Michael Thompson. Let me Google that just to make sure I don't screw that up.
Tier 5, as Kevin's looking up, what Michael Thompson looks like. Tier 5, Shaq, Zach LaVine, Dwight Howard, Gerald Green, Nate Robinson. I think the one on the left is Spud.
Yeah, Spud Webb is next to Shaq.
And then who's next to Nate?
I believe that is Larry Nance Senior.
Senior? Okay.
Yes. Let me
So
see if this is right. This is by SOG Basketball. Let's see what they have. SOG Basketball.
I don't even know like half the play like some of these players on tier 6. Like who are you?
This is the 3-point hierarchy. So whoever this is, they know like they have a 3-point version. There is a let me send you this one. I'm gonna send you the 3-point one.
Okay, we'll talk about that after.
Yes.
I'm
just gonna send it to you.
Tier 6. Scottie Pippen, Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook. I think that's James Johnson. One of those two in the middle are. Don't know who the other guy is. DeAndre Jordan, Tracy McGrady, J.R. Smith.
So
I don't know who the Laker guy is in tier 6.
That is Isaiah Ryder or J.R. Ryder.
Who the fuck was that?
He was a big deal when he was on the Timberwolves. He was that dude.
Okay.
He was that dude when he was younger and he wasn't fat.
Yeah, he definitely looks fat in that picture with the Lakers jersey on.
They got a lot of great stuff on this. I'm gonna get too sidetracked, so I'm gonna not look at it. All right. But
who's next to DeAndre Jordan to his left? Is that?
I think that might be possibly Harold Miner, who was formerly known as Baby Jordan back in the day.
It must be because that's and then James Johnson. Who's the guy in the Orlando jersey?
That is Terrence Ross.
He's not that good.
Exactly my point. So I don't know why he's on that list.
All right, so let's just go through this. We'll start at the bottom. Tier 6. Scottie Pippen is like a lot of these guys on down here. Like I think Westbrook and J.R. Smith need to be higher up on this tier. Their dunks are ridiculous, no matter what. J.R. Smith, in general, was just a highlight dunk reel for a majority of his career. So how he's further down this list, and he won a dunk contest.
So for me, yeah. So here's the thing. Like, I think it's unfair to base a list based off of in-game dunking and dunk contest dunking. I think that's like silly because, like, for example, I love him to death, but I don't know, like Kobe on this list. I know he won the dunk contest,
but he rarely dunked in a game.
And when he did, like, they were fun. They had some flash to them.
The best one that I can ever think of with him is when he dunked over Chris Humphries and Gerald Wallace.
I mean, he also did the one where he dunked on whatchamacallit. He dunked on Yao Ming at Yao Ming really well.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I think I found the reasoning list. This list was based off of in 2021. So Vince Carter, tier 1. They called him the best dunker in NBA history. I think I will 100% agree with that.
I agree with that.
I think he really changed the game for everybody.
He changed what everyone expected from a player of his mantra and how he would play the game.
Yeah. So next in line is tier 2, Dominique Wilkins, 2 dunk contest wins. Michael Jordan, 2 dunk contest wins. And they put Dr. J as he also won a dunk contest.
But
I think
I would put Dr. J up with Vince.
You would put him with Vince.
I'd put him up there. I think so because his dunks were flashy. when he did the skip to the loop, all those things in a dunk contest, rock the baby, cradles, all of that in games.
Because in my opinion, I think tier 1 should have been Vince, Dominique, Jordan, and Dr. J as one. That
Yeah.
should be its own tier.
What about Sean?
Because
What about Sean Kemp? He's way down at tier 4, and he was one of the most prolific dunkers that we've ever seen.
prolific in-game dunker. He
Right.
didn't do any dunk contests. He was very powerful, and he was athletic. He showed a lot of athleticism at the time, where athleticism, you didn't have many guys jumping like the way he did.
That's true.
Powerful, hard, hurt. Like that's why like he had to change his game up later on because of the fact that his knees just took a pounding, and technology at the time just wasn't able to keep up with his athleticism. So now let me see what they have for tier 3.
LeBron,
so tier 3, yep,
Blake,
yep,
Kobe, and then
Daryl Dawkins,
Daryl
Chocolate
Dawkins.
Thunder. So these guys, I think,
Bye-bye to
Blake,
LeBron.
so Blake Griffin and Kobe, they have dunk contest wins. Kobe and Blake, I think, have a great they have a great thing for like dunking on people. LeBron James looked flashy, and then Chocolate Thunder during his time, he's just powerful. Like there's so many highlights where you see of him shattering backboards. Now I think this is where like you'd have to separate your in-game dunkers and then your dunk contest dunkers.
Yeah.
So like I would probably keep Blake. So let's say like let's the man.
All right, so you're redoing it. So they're going to
Yes.
move. These
Go
are
ahead.
going to be your tier 2s.
Let me where's we should write this down.
I'll type it up.
Type it up. So tier 1 is going to be in the Manly Musings best dunkers ever contests based off of in-game dunking and dunk contests. We're going tier 1 Vince. We're going the human highlight reel Dominique Wilkins, the jump man, and then the doctor.
Yep.
Tier 1. Tier 2. This is where we start to go with different, and I'm gonna go. Let's keep Blake there.
I would agree with that.
Let's keep Kobe there. And then let me see who else is on this list. So just so like I have the proper amount of people.
If we're gonna keep them, I in my opinion, LeBron drops down to like tier 5. I don't think LeBron is.
Well, yeah. So like,
but like we'll get there.
We're gonna get to that tier.
But I think if we move somebody up, I say you move Aaron Gordon from tier 4 all the way up, because Aaron Gordon's won dunk contest and is also just a prolific dunker in game.
So Aaron Gordon has not won any dunk contest.
Oh shoot, yeah, he lost to Zach LaVine,
and Dwayne Wade screwed him by giving him a 9.
Yeah, which was stupid because he dunked over the mascot under the legs.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with our tier 2. It's I like Blake, I like Kobe, I like Daryl, and then I also like Sean Kemp, and I like Clyde the Glide. What are your thoughts there?
Works for me. All right, tier 3. I'm gonna put. In my opinion, Aaron Gordon goes there.
Yes, I would put Aaron Gordon there. I would also put Jason Richardson there because I think he's that new age type dunker.
Mm-hmm. Come on, the man did the between the legs and all that fun stuff in one dunk contest.
I would do. Now this is where, like, it can get interesting here, because of course I wasn't alive for some of these guys, but like I definitely think you got to show your love to David Thompson. That's the other guy that's in that tier 4 next to Jason Richardson. David Thompson, he was known as the Skywalker back in the days. I would add him. And
Mhm.
then for me, I would add Spud Webb and Nate Robinson to that list.
I agree.
But now, let me ask you, I'm playing devil's advocate here. So, in this group of people, we have tier 3.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna name off all of the dunk contest wins. Aaron Gordon, 0. Spud Webb, 1. You have
Jason
Nate
Richardson.
Robinson. Jason Richardson is 2.
2. Okay.
You have Nate Robinson, 3.
And then David Thompson.
David Thompson is 0. Do you
Okay.
think that's a fair assessment? I think this group of 5, is this 5 people we got in here?
Yeah, I would say that's a fair assessment because, one, Aaron Gordon, if you look outside of his career in the dunk contest, his dunks in a dunk contest were phenomenal. First off, like we said, he got screwed over by horrible judging. You have Jason Richardson, who was a highlight reel when he was healthy. I can't say anything about David Thompson because I've never seen him play because came before my time. Spud Webb, everyone's seen his highlights because the dude was short. So it's amazing to watch him do his thing. Nate Robinson, same idea, but Nate had the bounce and could do it during a game. I remember watching him just get a rebound and go right up with a 2-hand dunk.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say yes, I agree to this. I think this is a perfect tier 3. So let's move on to tier 4 then.
Tier 4. This is where things can get a little sticky.
I'm gonna go. I do
go
think
ahead.
Zach LaVine, I think, is, in my opinion, goes to tier 4.
And I would also take Dwight Howard to tier 4 as well.
Yeah.
Just based off of, like, every time he was in a dunk contest, it was a spectacle. And he made it fun.
He made it fun, and when he dunked in a game, my God,
it was
thunder.
Scary, powerful, like now, it's amazing. Go ahead.
I would, if we're moving people around, Gerald Green and J.R. Smith. Gerald Green won a dunk contest.
Yep.
Because he blew out the candle.
He dunked in his socks.
Yep. He blew out a candle.
Okay.
J.R. Smith won a dunk contest, I believe. And J.R. Smith, during a game, was unreal with his dunking.
Let me see. So J.R. Smith has not won any dunk contests.
He didn't win? I thought he won when he was going up against Chris Anderson and stuff.
Negative. I would go, instead of J.R. Smith, I would probably go. I literally just passed his name. Oh my God, where'd it go? You have to put Larry Nance Sr. on this list, because if we're talking, you got dunk contest winners. He is the one person who beat Julius Erving in a dunk contest. So I think he would need to be on this list. Now, do we talk about in this list? Now, do we start to go towards, like, game dunking? Because when I think of, like, game dunking, I think of someone like Tracy McGrady when he dunked on Sean Bradley, like, twice.
Yeah, see, when I think of the rest of, like, I'm going to put Gerald Green in the tier 4 because of his.
I like it. Yeah, I'm good with that.
I think that's where he deserves to be. But if you look at now you go down to tier 5. The rest, I think it's your in game, because, except for James Johnson, who's in this list, none of the rest have been in dunk contests. Or J.R. Smith has, but the rest haven't. I don't think Derrick Rose was in a dunk contest. Scottie Pippen, I don't believe was. If he did, he didn't win
So
it.
so real quick, do want to let you know, update. So James Johnson is not on this list. That tier 6.
Who's the guy in the white jersey?
I will read it to you. Tier 6 is you have from Scottie Pippen, Derrick Rose. It is Isaiah Ryder, Russell Westbrook, Terrence Ross, a name that nobody really cares about, Derek Jones Jr.,
Oh, I had the Jones right, but
Baby Harold Miner,
Harold
uh,
Miner,
aka Baby Jordan, then DeAndre Jordan.
Tracy McGrady, and JR.
Yep.
Okay, so really tier 5 and 6 are all the same.
It's just a game dunkers, and who would we rather put there?
I guess you could put LeBron at in tier
Yeah,
5.
I would put LeBron.
I would put Derrick Rose, healthy Derrick Rose.
Yes, 100%. Healthy Derrick Rose, and then a healthy Russell Westbrook on that tier. Man, people might eat us alive with this dunk list.
I don't give a shit.
I wonder what Cyrus would think.
Oh, Cyrus will probably yell at us. Yeah, I can't.
How many we have it like what, 4 in each? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, did we not want Tracy McGrady on this list?
Do you want Tracy at 5?
I would go Tracy at 5 because I just like him so much.
That's true. And then I'd have to say the rest are tier 6.
Yeah.
Like Scotty.
Like Scottie Pippen, I'm like, whatever, bro. Like J.R. Smith, you did dunk contests, you just never won them.
Yeah, you know what though? J.R. Smith in-game dunking. I'm gonna put him at tier 5 because of the in-game dunking. His in-game
True.
dunking was unreal.
Yeah.
So but like um
Harold Miner.
yeah, that's a name I haven't heard in forever.
Yeah.
Um
Just that his play as an overall player, it was just a struggle.
Who's the big fat guy? Oh, we forgot Shaq.
Now, where do you put Shaq on this list?
Tier 6.
Do we put him as tier 6?
I would. Because like that's the only way he scored for a majority of his career was through dunks.
Also, the thing with Shaq, he's the reason why our backboards are so reinforced because he would slam so hard.
All right, I will give Shaq tier 5, but nothing more than that. He never did dunk contest. Oh no, he did do one, but he didn't win.
Did he really?
I'm pretty sure his rookie year he did the dunk contest. Double check, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Let me look. Hold on. Shaq, universe. Yeah, I think I'm good with him being tier 5.
Okay. And then who is the fat guy in the Lakers jersey?
Isaiah Ryder.
Yeah. I could take that. Let me look at your 3-point shooting. Wow, this is a lot of 3-point shooters.
There is a lot. That could honestly be another episode.
Yeah, I can't get into this right now.
Yeah,
Like
just
there's
have it,
so many on here. I would say, what the fuck's wrong with you?
have it saved,
Oh,
and then
you sent it to the text. So I'm good.
yeah,
Um,
have it saved so we can discuss because there are some definite questions I have on this list as well.
they're tier
Um,
5, tier 4. Like the only questions I don't have, like tier 1 and tier 2, I'd
I have
move.
questions of tier two, but I won't
I'd
be
definitely
going.
remove one of them,
Yeah, I would too,
and
but
one of
we'll
them
talk
needs
about that
to go up to
another
tier
day.
1.
I could you. I would say two of those should be in tier one, but I won't say who.
If I'm looking at the best shooters of all time, I'm going to say one goes up there because of the 3-point stuff. Two of them, I think you have 3 in tier 1, 2 in tier 2, and then it's just a cluster of names down there
Yeah.
afterwards. But yeah, I think that's definitely something we should talk with Cyrus about later. Oh my
Yes.
god, I'm so many text messages.
Gotta love it. They have
Something happened
when.
on ESPN.
Mm, just Penn State won the Rose Bowl. That's it.
Oh no, there was during the game. Literally getting
Really?
text messages. ESPN, what the fuck's going on, dude? They're doing CPR. I saw the hit. What the heck?
Wait, what? This is live, guys. For those that are listening. What just happened?
Karen Johnson injured. Let's see the hit.
Getting a live look at Merritt's reaction to a hit.
Maybe.
Maybe you're getting it.
I don't. They're not showing the video on that one. Oh no, maybe it's someone else.
Mm.
Live update. Damar Hamlin. Let's see it. No, that's the touchdown. I want to see this. Oh, here we go. Damar Hamlin collapses after hit.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh, is it bad?
No, he got so. Oh my god! Like so, it was a routine tackle. He grabbed T Higgs, wrapped him up, and went down to the ground, and got up and looked fine, and all of a sudden just falls backwards. Um, dude, what the?
That is scary. Oh my gosh. Well, we're live recording. Um, I forgot what's the player's name?
Damar Hamlin.
Damar Hamlin just went down after making a routine tackle. Hopefully everything is okay, but that is definitely kind of scary. And the silence is deafening. Any other words on it, Merritt?
No, I. So what
Oh
my
shoot,
friend.
hold on behind you. What's behind you?
Hold on, I'm gonna turn the volume up.
Administering CPR to this 24-year-old safety. And this is a Bills team. During the break, we watched Sean McDermott call his team over and say, we're going to say a prayer. We're going to say a prayer for Damar. They're going to try to continue to play this game. John Smith has gone over to each head coach. The two head coaches, you can see, got together, and they'll have 5 minutes to warm up. And Troy, I mean, this game for the majority of your life, and then after that, you've been calling these games. First of all, I've never seen anything like this, and then the question turns to how do you, as a member of the Buffalo Bills or the Cincinnati Bengals, really continue to play football at the intense level it takes to go out there and play this game? Well, the game becomes secondary, there's no doubt. And everybody's thoughts now and throughout the rest of this ball game are going to be on the well-being of DeMar Hamlin. And you can see it in all of the players' faces. How they are then able to come back and play a football game is no one's been through this. I've never seen.
So if you didn't hear, they basically gave him CPR for 9 minutes. Rapidly.
Oh my gosh.
It does look like he got carted away in the ambulance. It sounds like the teams are going to continue playing this game. They'll have 5 minutes to warm up, but it's
Real quick.
I don't know. I don't.
To Sean McDermott as these two head coaches are going to get together again.
All right, let's see what happens here. This might be the diff.
Send it down to Lisa.
Hey guys, just so much emotion down here on the Bills sideline right now. After Hamlin was taken away by ambulance, the Bills players just came to their sideline and they just looked devastated. Some players just sat staring out at the field. Other players were hugging each other. Other guys were openly weeping.
Yeah, it looks like the coaches are trying to figure out if they're going to start playing again. But what they're saying is the teams are all, no one really knows what to do.
Again, players back to the bench, just looking devastated.
Like,
and openly crying.
Yeah, Lisa, as we said, they've been given 5 minutes to quote unquote get ready to go back to playing. That's the word we get from the league and the word we get from down the field, but nobody's moving. I mean, nobody's out there.
No one's warming up. They have 5 minutes and no one's warming up.
Stagnant. And it looks like Sean McDermott.
It sounds like they're not gonna finish. I don't think they're gonna play this game. And I don't blame them.
Temporarily suspended. Joe,
The game is suspended until further notice.
There you have it, everyone. That's a live report. Wow. That is something else. I definitely did not expect to hear that one on a Monday night. Wow.
No, me neither. There's 6 minutes left in the first quarter. It's 7-3 Bengals. Routine hit from what I saw, and it sounds like the coaches did agree, but you can see McDermott, the head coach for the Bills, if you zoom in on the YouTube page or something, he's shook, he's crying. His team, they showed images of some of the players on the sidelines crying. This is not a situation that anyone ever wants to be in. So prayers up to DeMar Hamlin and his family. Hopefully whatever happened, he's okay. But like I said, he stood up and then just fell backwards. So don't know. Hopefully he'll be okay. But that is what we've got right now. Game temporarily suspended. So it's been 23 minutes since he got hurt. We'll hopefully know more soon enough. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know if this game will be played tonight or tomorrow at this rate, or if they will play it. This might just go down as a tie.
Or they just ended whatever the score is.
Do they have to play a certain amount of time like a baseball game though?
I have no idea, but
so
wow, that's crazy.
So with that, Kevin, any final notes?
No. That is talk about a live recording of a podcast and a live reaction.
Yeah.
That's a extremely scary thing. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's probably got a family. that's worried about him right now. And, you know, it's the crazy fact that it's happening as one of the only things on like sports going on right now, and it's the main game for Monday Night Football. So, oof, it's really, really scary. Hope everything ends up okay with him. But that's, I mean, I don't think in any situation we've ever had, with all at least for a nationally televised game like this, you've heard of a situation happening right then and there. Whew. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll learn more hopefully over the next few minutes, hour or so on what's going on with him. But my friends are all texting and I'm like, suspend the game until tomorrow. Don't even play. I'm like, I don't even play. Just call it. Call the game. Do the right thing. None of these players are in the right mindset. And even if the kid is okay, he comes out of this, whatever happened to him, and he's okay. I don't think any of these players have that mindset to go back and play tomorrow. Like, it does, you make it look of like, is this game worth it, or is whatever you got going on today, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Because we don't know what'll happen. But as I mentioned last week, I would do more trivia because I've been slacking with the trivia realm. I do have some trivia for you tonight, Kevin. This is some New Year's Eve related trivia. When did the New Year's Eve ball first drop in Times Square?
Of course, I have no idea.
Oh, I didn't know this either. I thought this was phenomenal.
Let's go 1972.
1907.
Wow, that's even farther.
Yeah.
They didn't even know what a ball was back then.
I don't know. The first time that partiers were able to celebrate in Times Square was 1904.
Wow.
Like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How much did the first ever ball weighed 700 pounds? This past year's or whatever, whenever this trivia came out, weighs just under 12,000. Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, that's all we got tonight, folks. Usually we don't want to end on a somber note, but kind of how it goes when all of a sudden, something during a live football game just went crazy. So yeah, Kevin, get us out of here and then go get ready for your flight to Cali.
Yeah. Yeah, this definitely a different way to end the podcast, but when you get something live and you're live recording, sometimes you don't know how to act, but just want to say thank you to everybody that's listening. Merritt and I will probably figure out a way to get together at some point while I'm away to record, or he's gonna have to get a guest. But we'll keep you posted. But continue to make sure you guys are listening to us and watching us on our YouTube, Manly Musings Podcast. We're available on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music. I'm sorry, Apple Podcasts, your Spotify, your Google Play, your Amazon Play. Feel free to follow our Instagram at the Manly Musings Pod. And also make sure you follow Merritt, his Instagram at Merritt_P, my Instagram at CakeFlavor624. And we shall see you guys soon. Prayers up to the man out there.
Peace, y'all.